I know seeing Worlds Collide happen earlier in the day, but did Labor Day thing with my folks. So when I came home, it had just finished. And while watching Peacock on the Roku, if you end up watching it when it just finished being live, it doesn't let you rewind down, record, well, I guess still rewind, back to the very beginning. Because if you try that, it's like, oh, you want to, it's on live now. And I don't want to watch Stone Cold and Charlotte Flair right now. I want to watch Worlds Collide. So I had to wait until later on to finally catch the opener. So I watched matches from the Fatal 4-Way forward and then finished with Ricochet Hayes. Start off with it. I appreciate the athleticism, but sometimes the really high amount of choreographed flips, I appreciate the athleticism. Two guys who can move this fast and this fluid, it's amazing. It's like watching a video game. These two, I think, sat in the back and went, all right, what are the moves we want them both to do? And it's like, they had their mind on the same thing. All right, I think we should both do springboards from the middle ropes and hit in the center of the ring. Okay, how high do you want to go? What? I mean, do you want us to be on the way down or on the way up when we collide? I think Carmel Hayes is an amazing athlete. Fantastic on the mic. Great character. He understands exactly what he is, what he's there to do, and why he's doing it, and he's amazing. And putting Trick Williams with him, good heater. You can tell Trick has got the size, and he's got the promo skills, and he's got an incredible look. He just needs reps in the ring, and right there you've got an amazing team. That could almost be, I don't want to say it'd be like a Shane and Diesel sort of bit to him, but don't break them up. This could be one of those amazing, forever teams. Love that Ricochet went for a big move, didn't get it, and then it was just a roll up by Carmel. I was thinking, man, it was some big finishing move, and no, instead it was, I'm the heel, you made a mistake, I picked the bones, 3 count. Awesome opener, loved it. A fatal 4-way elimination match for the tag belts. I loved what they were doing in this match. Do I agree with taking out Briggs and Jensen first? Out of all the teams, don't hate me, they're the team that I could see having lost first. Gallus going out next more or less kind of made you know it's pretty deadly. And I like how, I'll just call him the blonde one because they changed names. Instead of being fully shaved, he has this section just chest hair. Oh, it's so douchey. Fantastic. They're an amazing heel tag team. So they're getting the crap beat out of them. Then they cut the guy off in the middle of the ring. It's great fundamentals. Gets tremendous amount of heat. They cut corners. It's a heel tag team. You look at me and go, oh, I hate you guys so much. Why do you look so douchey? Then I go, oh, it's brilliant. Having Damon Kemp come in the ring, hit the steel chair on Julius. I'm like, oh, Julius is such a freak athlete. He is truly this generation's Kurt Angle. He's taken to this so incredibly well. That move that he did on during the Gallus tag match they had in NXT recently, we did a weird headstand, and then did this weird almost reverse deadlift sort of move into a suplex. I'm like, the guy he's doing this to is near 300 pounds. That's insane. That is insane. Selling well, and I will say, I love when wrestlers have straps. You take the straps down because it's serious, and then they pull the straps up. They take the straps down and be like, "Oh, it's serious. It's really serious." But I pull my straps up, pull my straps back down. Damon Kemp turning on him, making pretty deadly the first unified NXT tag team. So I'm like, oh, that's great. They're gonna run their mouths so much. The explosion of the Diamond Mine. I'm like, that's. No, the other chaos. I'm like, now you got a fantastic tag team scene. Loved it. That's good. That's good. Great revitalized tag team scene. I'll then go to the women's tag match. I'm gonna say Piper, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. Great to see them. They did a tremendous amount of work for the UK women's wrestling scene. Love that they talked about that. I like how now they talk about other promotions that they've wrestled in. Thank you, Hunter. and Sean, we are entirely aware of the fact that people have wrestled in other locations. It's not like someone just like becomes a wrestler in the E. Most of them wrestle someplace else. So that tag match, it was solid. I like how you got the smaller tag team that's much more inexperienced just getting dominated the majority of the match. Like having Dewdrop getting a ton of offense, looked like a beast, which she should. Showed a little personality. She tried to do her version of a dance too. I'm like, okay, you know what? She's digging it. She's feeling it. Crowd's loving her. Cool. Yes, they're the heel team in this, but you know what? It's a super match. The crowd's gonna pop either way. Run with it. Go with it. Toxic Attraction doing the rundown to then distract them. Then allow that tag team finisher. I love. It's really well done. That neck breaker was like the 450. I think Chance may have had a little bit too much knees on Dewdrop, but I mean, Dewdrop is probably one of the only people that they'll be doing this move to, and we're like, everyone else is like this. Oh, yeah, her body type is different than everyone else we faced so far. I don't quite know how to hit this move on her, but it looked good. Weird seeing Dewdrop take the pinfall, but I love that neck breaker 450 move. And if you watch closely, you see Kaden Carter locking her eyes. And you can tell that she has seen that move enough times. She's like, okay, once she gets to about here, I'm going to start doing the drop. So they near synchronously hit that move, and it looks beautiful. Tremendous amount of timing. Love it. Great. Solid match. I felt sorry that it had to be the other women's match on this card. Toxic Attraction running down. It's like, okay, 2 tag matches. 2 of them had functioning run-ins. But, okay, shows their divisions are in chaos. I'm fine with it. This isn't an end point. Let's end up NXT UK. This is okay, here's the end of one chapter, here's the next chapter. Fine. Women's triple threat. Blair Davenport, Mandy Rose, Mako Satomura. This was an excellent, excellent match. Going into this, I was like, I don't really care who wins. If Mako wins, she's the final boss, makes sense. Blair Davenport wins, she's the heir to the throne, makes sense. She's been, ever since Kaylee Ray left, there's been that kind of void where they've had some good matches and they had some solid women, but no one's hit that like Mako level. Blair's close. She's very much the heir apparent to the title. And Mandy Rose has put in so much work since going to NXT 2.0. Really, really redone her character and has become incredible in the ring. For, like fitness star, fitness athlete turned wrestler, I think there's a really, really good discussion point of saying that she has eclipsed Trish Stratus in in-ring ability and character work. Not quite for true impact on the division yet, but I mean, we used to often say that you can tell that they're looking for the next Trish Stratus. Now they're being like, okay, who's the next Mandy Rose? Great work. Absolutely loved the finish. With I was like, big move, big move, big move. And then you see Mako and Blair Davenport, kind of both kind of going for like a stumbling bit, because it was, oh yeah, I've got you hooked up for a pin. Blair's a little bit higher up, scorpion kick. So Blair's falling down. Mako's kind of holding on to her because they've just been being the dance out of each other. Double, I think it's like Kiss from the Rose or Kiss of the Rose, which is her Mandy Rose's running knee strike. Functionally hits Blair. Blair's head then hits Mako. Gets the pin. I was like, that's fantastic. Way to go all in on Mandy Rose, who's done some incredible, incredible work. So you know what? She has earned every bit of respect. She has entirely earned it. Not you deserve it, it's a you earned it chant. Very well done. Very, very well done. Final match. NXT Unification Belt match. Tyler Bate, who was born the same year I graduated high school. Braun Breaker. I like how they both have athleticism. I mean, seeing two guys hit a power move and then like a standing moonsault or a standing shooting star was just, it's incredible to see people with that low of athleticism who still have a good power game. It's always interesting watching Tyler Bate because he's not a big dude, but he's so incredibly, incredibly strong. If Vince was still taking things over, he'd be like, who's this little guy? I don't like him. Listen to the crowd. Big, strong boy. We want men. Big, strong, strapping men. Have him come back when he grows 5 inches. And with 100 strong, they're like, can he go in the ring? Does the crowd dig him? Yeah. That's all they care about. What? Does the live crowd react to him? Are his quarters well? Does he sell? Does he move merch? Yeah. Okay. I'm fine. Love the back and forth. Loved the fact that we saw the suplex and the powerbomb. I'm thinking, can Braun do is either the Steiner screwdriver or the Steiner driver? It was a vertical suplex into a tombstone. It's one of those moves you kind of go, oh, cool. It's like the amount of ability it takes to hold you up in the vertical suplex, then kind of rotate you, spin you down, and catch you, and then go into a tombstone. It's brilliant. He might not feel comfortable, and probably only someone like Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne or Johnny Gargano would be someone who could catch themselves in mid-fall and be in a proper position, take the move, make it look good, and not become 3 inches shorter. Lots of back and forth. Loved all the different near falls. I mean, either guy could have won this, and you'd been like, you know what, that's fine. Now giving Braun that additional feather in his cap by having him win, okay. Having it come from like the rebound clothesline, smash him in half spear, it's like, ooh. And I started thinking, it's like, currently, as they did the Survivor Series, Roman can't fight himself, nor can the Usos. Well, Jimmy can fight Jay. It's like, will we do NXT versus Raw SmackDown? Would we do Braun Breaker, BB, versus Roman Reigns, RR? Would we have the Creeds defeat Pretty Deadly to then do Brothers versus Brothers with the Creeds versus the Usos? I was like, do I think Braun is on Roman's level? No. I think putting those two in the ring and seeing how well he holds up in a big, big match like that would do a lot for him. But this was done incredibly, incredibly well. Like I said, this isn't the end. This isn't an end. This is a finish once you have to go on to the next. Really cool to see where they go Tuesday. Especially with Axiom, man, I really wish he would wrestled in NXT UK. Taking on Nathan Frazier. It would have been cool seeing Axiom. It was just, like a kid wrestling in NXT UK. It's a shame he was never there. He'd probably been really good at a British rounds match. Oh well, we'll never know.